by his people. He's not a bhai. He's not Don or thing. I was very scared while playing him, and I used to keep asking Oshim, "Am I doing it right?"
When you decided to produce the film, did you make it a point to see Dagdi Chaul in Marathi, where Makarand Deshpande had played the same role? And number two, were you also a little bit scared about the political repercussions and the censor backlash that the film may get when it is shown to censor board?
Yeah. Oh my God, now you made me think about all of these things. But initially, yeah, I mean, the first thing is that, you think that this is going to be a film which could run itself into a lot of controversies. And before we even started filming in it, we got into quite a bit of trouble, which we're still dealing with. It's not something that's going to go away. But I think we've got a tremendous amount of support, and I must say this, from our Mumbai police. Our Mumbai police really, really supported this movie. They did not say, "Oh, this is an Arun Gowli story, and we won't let you shoot." Especially when you're shooting on real locations, where you're going into all of that, where a lot of that could be disrupted. So I think it was really amazing, and it was very surprising and we are very grateful to them for the kind of liberty they gave us to make the film. What was your other question? Sorry?
Whether you saw Dagdi Chaul, the original Marathi.
Yeah, so Dagdi, I saw. I haven't seen the film, but I knew that they had made this movie, and Makaran looked very much like him in the film as well. But the people who saw the film knew that was not a biopic. It was a film that was a love story based inside of Dagdi Chaul. So that was the difference. But what was encouraging from it was that film was made, I think, in a budget. A friend of mine produced it, Sachin Ahir, who again is actually Arun Gowli's nephew. And he made the film in, I think, 2.5 crores, and that film ended up doing 22 crores in the regional thing. So hopefully I get some of that audience back into the theaters. So that was a good kind of a barometer of the kind of popularity Arun Gowli has. And the third question was?
Censor repercussions and the
Censors.
Political pressures. But you have the permission from the family, so there is no tension.
No, that's fine. We've got the rights. We've got, it's all done on that level. We've got their blessings and their support. But from a censorship point of view, I don't know, man. They never cease to surprise you. So once we reach that level of getting the film censored, we'll figure out what's going to happen.
And a big compliment to Oshim and Arjun, the actor, because I couldn't believe that it is the same Arjun Rampal who is in front of us as Daddy.
Thank you. Thank you, Jyoti.
See, after what happened with Leela Bansali on the sets, and you guys are handling a very incendiary topic, and you had the guts to ask the family for the rights, and thankfully you got it. But my question is that, and this person is still alive, going back and forth between jail. Now, did you, or have you encountered, or did you think, that you may, handling an issue where you could have probably just not taken those permissions from the family because this gentleman is alive and he's a gangster. He could say, नहीं मुझे यही depiction चाहिए मेरा, नहीं तो तुम्हारी picture नहीं चलेगी. So did you anticipate those kind of reactions and take some actions around it?
Yeah, so it wasn't easy to convince the family, because it is very sensitive. You're going to go into his past, you're going to dig in there, and these are, you don't know, he's scared legally what implications it can have on him. And therefore, we have to be, very clear about how the film progresses. So you take incidents that is in public domain, which people are aware about. Of course, a little more from the family, from a research point of view, okay, which is how he really is, how people look at him. And one thing we mustn't forget is, why is this film called Daddy? Because that's the nickname that's been given to Arun Gowli by his people. He's not a bhai. He's not, what do you call it, a don or a thing. They call him daddy. That means he has a heart somewhere which he has touched a lot of people's lives. And I think that's the human side of his story also, which was what we got from the family. The incidents that have happened, which is in public domain, okay, are in public domain, okay. The way we have, the structure of the film is in such a manner that it is from people's point of views. So it's not him saying, oh, I did this. It's
Hello.
a character's point of view. Yes, hello?
हेलो हेलो सर
Yes.
सर आई एम रमेश राव फ्रॉम फिल्म बाजार मैगजीन. मैं उसी एरिया में रहता था, भाईकला में. मैं वहीं बड़ा हुआ हूँ. ये 15-20 साल पहले की स्टोरी है. करेक्ट सर ओशन जी? तो जब भी कुछ किसको डेथ हो जाता, किसको शूट आउट होता, मेरे एक बिल्डिंग के सामने से उनको लेके जाया जाता था. जयराम श्री राम बोल के हम लोग छोटे थे, देखते थे सब शूट आउट. तो क्या इनको, मेरे क्लास में एक लड़का था, वो बोलता था यार वो दगड़ी चाल में रहता था, वो उनको सोने ही नहीं मिलता था, इतना शूट आउट होता था. वो सवेरे स्कूल आके बोलता था. तो ऐसा कुछ सीन आपने किया है क्या जहाँ दगड़ी चाल में शूट आउट होते हैं और कोई वहाँ के जो लोग रहते हैं उनको भी लेके आपने कुछ किया है ऐसा?
हाँ,
तो
उन लोगों के साथ पहली बात तो आपको मिलना पड़ता है जो वहाँ पर रहे हैं, वो जो उस पीरियड के पार्ट थे, जिनका वहाँ पर एक्सपीरियंस रहा है. तो उन लोगों से हमारी बातचीत हुई थी. उन्होंने कहा है कि कितना डेंजरस था वो पीरियड, जब गैंग वॉर्स हुआ करते थे. और ये 90s, लेट 80s और मिड 90s तक जो पीरियड था was for Mumbai a very very scary period, because it was very very underworld driven. अभी काफी सफाई हो गई है, सब अभी बोलते कि अब तो वाइट कॉलर बन गए भाई, वो काम नहीं करते. तो आई थिंक एवरीबडी, मगर वैसे क्यों बने, वैसे वो उन्होंने क्यों किया? क्योंकि द thing is, what is very important is, what people should understand is कि the mills जो थे ना वहाँ के, दगड़ी चौल was mill worker के घर थे वहाँ पर. जब मिल स्ट्राइक पर गए, when the strike happened there, lot of people got unemployed, lot of people didn't know what to do, and the unions created that, and that's what created the underbelly of the underworld in Mumbai. तो अगर हम किसी को काम दे, किसी को उनकी रोजी रोटी आ रही है घर पे, तो वो बंदूक क्यों उठाएगा? वो बंदूक तभी उठाएगा जब he has to survive for himself. तो आई थिंक विदाउट जस्टिफाइंग टू मच, और फिर एक होता है कि चस्का लग जाता है पावर का, जब आप पावरफुल हो जाते हो और सब आपकी सुनते हैं, तो वो भी एक नशा है. और उस तरीके से फिर किस तरीके से वो बढ़ते रहते हैं. पैसा का नशा आ जाता है जब आप पैसे कमाने लगते हो और आसानी से आप बिल्डर को फोन कर रहे हो, बोल रहे हो कि बॉस प्रोटेक्शन चाहिए तो इतने पैसे दे दे, तो वो जो पीरियड है वो सब तो दिखाया है, क्योंकि दैट्स ट्रू टू द पीरियड.
Gitika, I teach TV production and TV entertainment in Amity University, Mumbai. So my question is, there are two types of audience. One is PVR का crowd and another is Getty Galaxy का crowd. So आपको क्या लगता है, ये दोनों टाइप का crowd होल्ड कर पाएंगे आप?
Yeah, I think that's the idea. That's what I was saying earlier about the film, is that
Yeah.
for us, I think the success would be if it can cut across different kinds of audiences. And I think for me, the hope is quite ambitious, that like maybe we can think of a different kind of Hindi film. Like everything doesn't have to be either it's PVR or it's festival or it's, like a big 500 crore film and that has a different aesthetic. Like, why do we think in such simple terms? Like, why can't there be more overlap like there is in other industries, where we have something which looks beautiful and is still really big, or something that's very intense and it's still very commercial? I'm saying, why are we stuck to these old categories? I think it's time to start moving on and start creating, more spaces for what Hindi film can do. That's my hope.
We have seen different films, like Once Upon a Time in Mumbai. So Kangana Ranaut was very glamorous, and your Asha Gaule is very simple and sober and decent, like Next Door Girl. Another D Company. So D Company was not commercially hit, but Once Upon a Time in Mumbai was commercially hit because of songs and looks, and so that's why I'm asking. So fine. I got
Things
my
have
answer.
changed. Well,
So,
yes and no. You know, like, I mean, if you look at the arc of the industry right now, I
Yeah.
think everybody in this room knows that there is
Alright.
no calculated guess.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
things that we all know, all the glamorous stuff that's supposedly surefire hit, complete washout. Films that are really small, which you don't expect anyone to watch, they've done 10 times their business. I think the model is changing. I think we have to be.
No, and you see, I mean, I would also say that there are films like Rang De Basanti,
yeah.
okay, which kind of, I think, is a good example to give where it went to two different kinds of audiences and both of them understood it. Why? Because it did not alienate people. हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि हम बोलते हैं कि अच्छा ठीक है ये पिक्चर है ये this is the star of the movie, this is the heroine of the film, this is the budget of the film, put so many songs into it. You know, we kind of package our films mostly and say this movie, so make it Punjab friendly, make it South friendly, make it Mumbai friendly. You know, you kind of favor the circuits that give you the maximum amount of commercial success and you kind of put things in accordingly. This film doesn't lend itself to that. This is a true story. You know, you have to be true to the character, but at the same time, we cannot make it really, really inaccessible. And we've tried to do that. Picture क्या करती है box office पे, how many people like it, कितने जूते पड़ेंगे, that you end up knowing only on that Friday that the film releases.
All right. Arjun, it's been 17 years. I wanted to say you were amazing in Moksh and that was your best performance till date. That is your best performance till date. I hope कि डैडी ये जो opinion है वो change कर पाए. All the best.
Thank you so much.